Just when things were looking desperate and Michael didn't know where to go or what to do next, he might just have found somewhere that might prove to be the difference between life and death, between success and failure. Okay, so here we are. This is well, I don't know what this place is, a military installation, a survivor camp, who knows, but one thing is for certain, this is going to be Michael's base from now on. As you saw, why not? As you saw just then, there are still the odd isolated zombies around, but this place is secluded. It is surrounded by a high fence. It is not going to take much more effort, much more work, hopefully at least, to make this place entirely safe and secure. Michael can conduct his experiments in peace, but you can see, as always, wow, there is always another zombie. Just when you think things are under control, it changes on the flip of a coin. There's quite a few zombies here. I do not know where they've come from. Probably the forest just across the road, attracted by all the little meals that are on the floor. But next up for Michael is not to die. Oh no! Oh my god! Is to just exploit this whole area. There is potentially a lot of loot, a lot of food, a lot of gear, a lot of supplies. You can see there's still some work to be done to make it safe, but next up is to gather a decent amount of food because Michael's almost out and he is now very underweight, so he needs to turn the tide on that before he starts to lose a lot of strength, a lot of fitness. Okay, so Michael's got a bag. Right now it's completely empty, but hopefully in just a few short hours it'll be completely, absolutely full with food. There's about 7 or 8 trailers over in the western part of this complex, and hopefully there's going to be a lot of food. There's only one way to find out. But again, Michael's progress is slowed down by some zombies. That was close. You can see we're going with a pipe wrench. We're going to preserve the machete, keep it in reserve when things are really bad. I'm really surprised at how many zombies there are. Michael slept in the very northwestern trailer yesterday, and there was no activity at all overnight. Okay, finally, let's get to looting now. Michael did not realise he'd kind of forgotten just how much stuff he's already found just how much crap he had in his main backpack. There's a couple of trait magazines to read, and a few bits of food was found already. I got a feeling today is going to be a really, really successful day. Okay, well that is one trailer searched, and there were a couple of cans of food, quite a few bits of useful gear, but I think Michael's actually going to put a hold on searching through these trailers until he's found Electrical Volume 1. There's a bookstore just over the road, and once we've read that, then we can disassemble all the electrical items at the same time as looting them. Just be a little bit more efficient. So we're going to head straight over to the bookstore. Just really hope we can find loads of useful Volume 1 books. We need metalworking and electrical desperately. Okay, so this is the really, really small commercial area. I'm interested to see if that is a gun store. And of course, they're going to get stuck on the door, aren't they? Okay, but just over here is a bookstore. And look at that, those shelves look full. I think we're going to need to find an axe from somewhere there to get in. Okay, well, again, there's just a zombie appearing from seemingly nowhere. I do not know where these zombies keep coming from. Just when you think the area is definitely clear, definitely empty, another zombie appears from absolutely nowhere. So it just shows that you're never really entirely safe. You need to always be on your guard. Oh well, Michael's just eaten too much food. It's a real difficult balance He is desperate to put on weight. That door's come down as well. He needs to be careful here, but he's going to start taking damage. He's going to get ill. There we are. Queasy needs to take things easy. I mean, this would actually be a really good time to find the books and then just sit down, take it easy and read. Because we've seen it happen already once. He's going to get ill, he's going to get sick, and his health is going to deteriorate rapidly. You can see he can barely walk. He's got a hell of a stomach ache. So hopefully he's got enough energy though to break down that door, get in the library and find a couple of books that he can read for the rest of the day and take it easy. And look how slow his swing is. Does he have the energy? Does he have the strength to break down this door? It might take a long time. And of course, yeah, that's the cue. Right, let's see if we can find electrical. Let's look at the amount of books that are here. Wow, we need electrical and we need metalworking volume 1. We've already got electrical. I called it. I got a feeling. What is that? Speed demon. I got a feeling this is going to be a really, really good day. And there we are. Metalworking. Okay. So Michael needs to just basically spend the rest of the day just relaxing, resting up. He needs to avoid any sort of danger, any sort of fighting. So he's just going to head straight over to one of the trailers on the west side. In a nice quiet space, sit down and read and learn all about electrical and metalworking, and yeah, probably then get a good night's sleep. Okay, well, it's barely early evening and I've never seen anything like it. Michael Garcia's read cooking, electrical, metalworking, 2 trait magazines as well, all in just like 3 or 4 hours. Incredible. This guy's, wow. This guy's also just cut himself opening a can. What the hell? Yeah, let's just disinfect it with that. Well, things just aren't going to plan at all. He needs his bag, actually. Okay, well, that is a crazy amount of blood that's come from a small scratch on his hand. Yeah, he is not in condition to fight at the moment. He's really weak. Now he's got a cut on his right hand, which is the weapon, which is the hand that holds his weapon. So I was just hesitant because I thought I heard a zombie really close by. But at the moment, Michael's gone from feeling like king of the hill to a peasant at the dump. And of course, there's a zombie that's appeared from seemingly nowhere again. Okay, well, Michael was starting to think was hearing things. He definitely heard footsteps, but he just couldn't understand where the zombie was. It must have gone in through the window. Actually, let's grab that. It must have gone in through the window just as he was leaving the room. Yeah, again, these corpses are just drawing more and more zombies in from far and wide. Not a moment's peace for Michael. Okay, well, Michael's not taking any chances. He's going right into the very top left corner, away from, as far as possible, away from the entrance where the zombies seem to be coming in and looking for mischief. He slept here last night without any problems. Let's hope that that happens again. Okay, it is super early the next morning. This is an early start for Michael Garcia. He's made a complete recovery from his poorly tummy. He's a very sensitive scientist who just eats a little bit too much food. He gets a really bad stomach. Still learning really what his limits are with regards to that. It's going to be a difficult balancing act, trying to put on weight but also not overeating so that he gets ill, because that basically just takes him out for the rest of the day. Now let's just check his hand as well. Yes, okay, so that scratch, it seemed to lose an awful lot of blood. Completely healed. Michael Garcia is back in the running. Now let's get straight back to the bookstore, see if we can get a complete collection of volume 1 books, but also let's check out what appears to be a gun store. Yeah, so Michael's run all the way, which has meant he's now leveled up his sprinting. This guy is coming on leaps and bounds unless he eats a bit too much food. Who'd have thought the biggest threat to progress wouldn't be the amount of zombies, it would be having a little bit too much food. Are we going to find any drugs? Nothing. Okay, let's check the back of this place though. These are empty. Is it going to be another bathroom? Yeah. Let's just check the containers. But there appears to be a storage area right in the back. Does this zombie have a key? No, but they do have another watch to dismantle. Michael's making some good progress to that electrical. This is US Army property of the car. And they've got to be full of guns and ammo, right? Okay, finally we're in. Ooh, wow. 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 Well, let's just dismantle all the electrical. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, that is a nice bonus. Look at that. What is that? An M16 Master Key assault rifle. That sounds juicy. There's a lot of guns, a lot of ammo. What is this? Dummy's Quick Guide to Nutrition. Another. Ooh, what is this? Got some medical supplies. Do not have any idea what that is. Let's take it. Man, this is just an incredible amount of guns and ammo. Well, I think this just solidifies Michael's somewhat wavering decision about whether he should actually stay here, whether this is now his base. I think having that area there with guns and ammo, having this here with all of these books. I mean, we look the amount of books, the learning here that Michael could take on board. We'll just have a quick look actually for any more skill magazines or trait magazines. Okay, there's actually quite a few useful magazines. We've got a nutrition magazine and we've got a couple of mechanics magazines as well, which is going to be really important if Michael needs to do any sort of repairs or upgrades on his vehicles. Okay, so this is the plan. These shops, this little strip mall's commercial area, that is going to be Michael's storage area. This tent here is going to be turned into a medical bay. This is where he's going to do his experiments. Bit of a blank canvas, but it's got potential, and he's just going to live in this trailer just over the road. It is right in the top corner. It is far away from the entrance. It should be safe. Hopefully now this area is completely clear of zombies, although I'm sure at some point some more will wander in. Let's move in. Let's move in. This is Michael's new home. And we'll look what we've got here. This is another interesting find. I said it's going to be a good few days for Michael. This place really does have everything he needs and more. Spiffoaid. That is an energy drink. Does not have any coffee yet, so that is something that could be the difference between life and death for him. Wow, would you look at that? The Guide to Unethical Borrowing. I was like, what the hell is that? Well, if you read that magazine, it gives you the burglar trait, which means Michael can actually hotwire vehicles, I believe. Incredible. Well, again, with this area here is kind of stuffed full of guns and ammo and military gear and equipment. Also some medical gear as well. Could actually make good use of that. Michael is very, very thirsty a lot of the time. Let's start organizing things. Let's start dropping things off. This area here is going to all be all the electrical gear. I think I'll put all of the guns and ammo in these cases in the corner. We've got all of this area along this wall here. That's where you can put all of his workbench. Maybe you can find a few storage containers to put either side of it. Really get enough space to lay out all his medical equipment that he's still yet to actually assemble. Okay, so that is pretty much the bag completely empty now, and Michael's going to actually return to what he intended to do about 24 hours ago, and that's to blast through, loot all of the trailers, gather up a decent supply of food. And look at that, the very first trailer he goes into, that is enough food to keep him going a couple of days, and there's still about 5 or 6 trailers that he hasn't got into yet. Finally, a decent amount of food. Okay, well, the amount of loot that Michael is finding has been nothing short of magnificent. He's gone into 3 trailers. He's still got 3 or 4 to go. And look at all this gear he's found. He's found a baseball bat. We'll definitely be adding some nails to that. Look at all of that food. That is incredible. He's disassembled a couple of tellies. He's got loads of electrical gear, guns, books. Incredible. Okay, well, Michael had spent, up until this point anyway, a very pleasant, well, as pleasant as you can get in a zombie apocalypse, I guess, afternoon, just looting all of the areas. Every cupboard seems to have a gun case in. Every kitchen seems to have 6 or 7 cans of food. It has been just rich pickings. It really, really has. And he's got so much gear now. I mean, he's so much better placed than he was just sort of 48 hours ago. It's been an incredible turnaround, but he's not going to feel completely moved in until he's gone back to his base. Well, his previous base, it's not his base anymore, and grabbed the workbench at the very least and put that in. So he's still got a couple more. See, this is what I'm talking about. That is what we're finding. He's still got a couple of more trailers to search, but things have gone incredibly well. Wow, this is just crazy. Every time Michael is absolutely, completely and utterly 100% convinced that the area is clear, he goes around the corner, he runs up the road, and there's just a zombie chilling right there. I have no idea where they keep coming from. This goes to show that Michael needs to be on his guard constantly. This is the last trailer. You can see Michael is very, very tired. He was up for him very early this morning. He's going to just loot this place, and then he's going to actually get to bed, get a good night's sleep. And he's going to hit the road back to the old Spiffos at the crossroads, just up the road, grab his workbench, and then he's going to turn his attention to metalworking. He's gonna grab the welder's mask. He's got a few propane torches. It's another skill magazine. Incredible. And hopefully he can make rapid progress to getting those skill points in metalworking. Just a reminder, he needs level 3 metalworking and electrical. He's halfway on electrical. That is going to be potentially quite a grind, but hopefully getting the skills in metalworking will be comparatively quick and easy. Okay, it is the next morning, 9 o'clock, August 26th. The days are really now just starting to fly by. But Michael's hopeful now that he's got the platform that he was struggling to obtain to make some real massive progress in getting a lab going and all that. Now, the next thing is, actually, let's just grab that empty cooking pot. There's evidence here that Michael is really starting to think about what he needs to do to survive. He found 3 or 4 cooking pots whilst he was looting the trailers, and he's now finished looting all of the trailers. And as I said, he has come away with a lot of gear, but he realized water is a precious resource. So he's put down empty cooking pots. Now, metalworking, that is the thing he's looking to achieve today. But what he really wants to do, just to sort of really cement this place as his home, is to go back to his old base, his former base, the Spiffos at the crossroads, grab the workbench, grab a few choice supplies like the welder's mask, and come straight back and really get to work. Oh, well, here we are. Feels like it's been so long since Michael was last here, and you can see, even to underline that sort of point, all the corpses have nearly sort of gone. And one thing that was particularly pleasing is running from his house, his new trailer in the complex there, and driving all the way here. Didn't see a single zombie. Right, let's grab that workbench, let's grab the gear, and let's get straight back and get to work. And another thing that Michael's really turned the corner on as he eats some dry cereal is he's finally putting on weight. Okay, well, it may have taken him most of the day, but Michael's grabbed all of the important things, including, of course, Street Fighter 2 arcade cabinet. He's going to get lonely sometimes. He needs some downtime. He's picked up the water dispenser. He's got 2 of those now. He's picked up a generator. He's picked up a load of useful gear. And perhaps most importantly, in the short term, he's picked up his welder's mask and a propane torch. So all of a sudden, he's got quite a load of loot, and he's very close now to be able to actually starting to establish that lab. Let's get back to it. Oh wow, it's a familiar story. There is another welcoming committee. Where do they come from? Just the one though is a small sign of Michael's progress. And that was simple to deal with. And Michael's closing in on 700 kills now. Incredible. Okay, well, Michael's dropped off 1 water dispenser back at his main residence. But he was going to bring the other water dispenser and the workbench in as well. All the essential things. But he's just too eager. He's just too keen to get on with metalworking. Doesn't quite have the amount of gear that he was expecting. But let's see how much progress he can make. Okay, well, that is all of the washer dryers taken apart, and he's almost at level 1 metalworking. Almost. Now let's just take a moment just to look at the progress that Michael's taken really quickly. You can see he's always been fit, but he's making rapid progress to increasing his strength, and he's just kind of making rapid progress seemingly in pretty much anything and everything, as you can see. But these are the important ones: electrical and metalworking. And also he does at some point need to get his first aid up to level 4. How he's going to do that is going to be quite a difficult question to answer. But let's move on, see if we can find some more items that you can disassemble. Okay, well, I can disassemble this mini fridge. It's not anything he's going to need, so why not? Still not at level 1. Now, can we disassemble these? We can. It's electrical. Well, let's take apart 3 of them. We'll leave 1. You never know. Michael might want to do a little bit of exercise. Can disassemble the clock as well. Every little opportunity to get XP for electrical, going to have to take it, because it is going to be a massive grind. Can you disassemble these? No. Okay, this surely's got to get into level 1 metalworking, surely. There we go. And he's still got a lot of work to do, but he's getting there. At the moment though, he's out of propane. He hasn't found, surprisingly, a propane torch anywhere. He does another propane tank, I should say. Is there another propane torch? Yes, there is. Brilliant. Okay, let's continue. Okay, well, Michael might as well disassemble these storage shelves. Don't think he's going to need any more, so why not? And I guess he's just going to have to keep going until he completely runs out of propane, which I got a feeling is not going to be very long from now. In fact, he's already run out of propane. I think there might be 1 more propane torch in the car, but there's about 5 or 6 bags full. Let's check his progress. How's he getting on? Almost. Oh, it's 2/3 of the way to level 2. 2/3 of the way almost to level 2 electrical as well. He's getting there, but there is still a lot of work to do. But man, in just 2 or 3 days, he has come a long way. Actually, while we're thinking about it, let's disassemble all of the radios from the nearby vehicles as well. Okay, well, this vehicle is very interesting. It's eye-catching. but also it is completely locked up. There's gas in there. I think this might be a pristine sports car that I think Michael's going to enjoy driving. Let's see if we can get it up and running. There we are. Michael can hotwire vehicles, and he's done it first time, and it starts first time, and that is a beautiful, beautiful vehicle. Wow, that is incredible. Let's leave that there for now, but I got a feeling Michael's going to make use of that vehicle. I think we want to leave the radio. We don't want to touch the radio, do we? Okay, well, it has been a long couple of days, but Michael has come a long way in those couple of days. He has got what appears to be the perfect base location. He has got now a lot of supplies, food and water. Things are really looking up. He's still got a little bit of work to do to get the skills that he needs to build, start putting his laboratory in place, but he is really, really well placed now. Things are looking absolutely amazing. If you enjoyed the series so far and today's episode, make sure you comment and you smash that like button, hit that notification bell. As always, appreciate all your support for everybody that comments and likes and watches the series and enjoys the series, most importantly. And I hope you will join me and Michael for the next episode. But for now, that is all. Peace.